welcome to JW Protest. We've got a number of organisers here. I organised it along with some colleagues, and last week we had 108 people here from 14 countries, so we've been very well represented. We've had some amazing experiences. We've had lots of Jehovah's Witnesses coming up and speaking to us and videoing us and photographing us, which has been an incredible surprise. Now, if I take you over here and introduce you to Lara. So this is Lara Caput, who's come from Australia, and this is Stephen Unthank, who's also come from Australia. Lara, would you like to...
Yeah, there's two things none of the media have picked up, and that is how many people are affected in the same way from different countries. Did you mention that there's been 14 countries represented here? So the other thing that the media hasn't picked up is the difference in per capita, the incidence of child sexual abuse. In Australia, there were 1,800 Jehovah's Witness alleged child sexual abuse victims. The Catholics only had 4,444 in a membership of 5.4 million, whereas the Jehovah's Witnesses were 68,000. So the per capita incidence is much higher.
And one of the other things that's very important to keep in mind is the aspect of shunning, where people who have been abused as children or have suffered harm within the religion, they'll often find they can't attend the church services anymore, they drift away and their family starts to shun them. And that was something that the Australian Child Abuse Royal Commission brought out, in that shunning was a cruel practice. And the protest here is highlighting not only the child sexual abuse problem, but also the related shunning of abuse victims and those that support them.
In fact, there's a poster here about shunning, which was made by a 5-year-old, which is beautiful. So Holly, aged 5. This is what she said about shunning. People should love each other, even if they believe something different, and those were her words. One of the things we've also been highlighting is that there's support available for people leaving the cult, and we've got a website and a Facebook page that enables people to access support.
I've heard a lot about the two witness rule.
Yes, so the two witness rule is the mechanism by which witnesses justify not reporting abusers to the police. So the issue is not, here we go, two witness rule. The issue is not that there's a bad apple in the barrel. We understand that there are good and bad in all groups. The issue is that when the witnesses find a bad apple, when the leadership find a bad apple, they refuse to remove it unless there's been an eyewitness by 2 people. And so they say, well, there's nothing we can do, leave it in the hands of Jehovah, and they won't report to the police. Whereas when children in other organisations have been abused, they just go straight to the police. There's not this in-between layer of elders deciding whether the issue should go to the police or not. And elders unanimously always decide never to go to the police. Catherine's come with her entire family last week and this week, and her sister's posters are here, and I'll let Catherine speak for herself.
What do you want to know? Basically, well, it's very hard to condense your entire life into a couple of minutes. But yeah, raised as Jehovah's Witnesses. My sister was abused, not believed at a young age. Ultimately, the short story is that we had to leave home at very young ages. I was 15 and she was 17. Left home with nothing, no family, no friends, no house to go to, absolutely nothing. Because if you didn't want to be Jehovah's Witness, you can't have your life. And it's taken a long time to get any sort of justice, which is one of the reasons why it's lovely now to come to things like this, where there's like-minded people. Everyone here has got a story where they've been affected, abused, traumatised, let down, unloved, whatever it is, everyone's been affected and scarred. So to get everybody together with all these different stories and to feel a sense of belonging again after such a long time of being part of a society that was shut out of simply for not wanting to follow what they want you to, basically, which leads us to freedom now.
I mean, surely that don't the Jehovah's Witnesses value the family? I've seen in their posters at the carts, they said, about the happy family life.
Yeah, they do say that, don't they? And that works as long as you're willing to remain a Jehovah's Witness. But if you're born in and you fail to be convinced that you believe it and you want to leave, at that point you are nobody. You are completely cut off. They employ strict shunning. There's a gentleman over here actually that's got an incredible story, if I could introduce it to you. Can I introduce you to this gentleman here who's just filming and getting some stories? Alvin's got a poster about his wife and he's also got a picture of his wife. It's on that side. On that side, somewhere down there. Oh, it's the lady here.
Went over to Limerick.
So this is Alvin's wife. And he's talking a little bit.
Yeah, because it's breed that type of stuff.
Would you mind briefly explaining why you're here today?
My wife died 15 years ago, 12 days after giving birth to our son. She needed a blood transfusion. Sorry. And basically because she didn't have a blood transfusion, of course, I supported her in that. After 12 days, her hemoglobin dropped to an unrecordable level, which they'd never, the coroner said they'd never heard of that before. And she died of a heart attack. So that's really why I'm here, just because there's a picture of my wife down there, just to show there's real people involved.
Yes, thank you.